All right, next up at Steve's Backyard Bonsai. It's my Blue Crop Blueberry Repot. If it lets me, I may do it anyway. This thing needs a lot of work. Let's see what I can do with it. All right, let's get this out and see what it looks like. It's coming right out. I don't see any root tips at all. It's very wet and very fibrous, which was my experience with the last one I did. As a matter of fact, the last one I did, I ended up cutting the bottom third off this. I may do the same. Yes, so this is a blueberry. Last year, I got them in the spring. They just sat around the yard in the pots that they were in. They had flowers. I didn't want to mess with them. I let them flower. I let them fruit. The fruit got eaten by the birds. And this one looked a little peaked by the end of the season. So I think getting it into Kanuma and fertilizing it that should do it good. And freeing up these roots, because I know what they look like. They look like azalea roots, only not quite as fibrous. Yeah, might pick up a bit more trunk too. See, I don't want to cut the bottom third off until I know how much trunk I'm going to get, because I may be digging for a long time. Luca! I don't know where Luca is. Luca! He's in the yard. Here he comes. Lay down, boy. Lay down. When he comes in like that, you know he got scared. And you know what's been scaring him lately is the bumblebees. Good boy. He's so cute. I got to talk about my dog. I have a Lagotto Romagnolo. I know it's a mouthful. An Italian water dog. Saw one running around my doctor's office once. She used to bring him into work, Penny. I said, "Ooh, this is the friendliest dog I've ever met, and the most playful dog I'd ever met." While I was waiting for the doctor, the dog was playing ball with me. Let's see, am I getting a root flare? I might be getting a root flare. So I said to myself, well, when I retire, I probably want to get a dog. And I think I want a dog that's playful. I want a dog that's friendly. I've had dogs that, you know, people would come to the house and be scared to come in. I didn't want that anymore. And I got all those things. with Luca. Those who have been subscribers to my channel have gotten glimpses of Luca. Luca sits on my lap in the morning when I'm watching Nigel Saunders videos. And you are very lucky because I'm going to go into fast motion now. All right, I'm going to wash this root system off and come back when I'm all cleaned up. Obviously, you saw that I took a saw to it, right? It needed it. Okay, I've chosen this deep mica pot for it. It's the ROB7 made in Korea mica pot. This one has had some predation. Looks like either a squirrel or a chipmunk was chewing on the side of that. Maybe a mouse, maybe a rat, who knows? Probably not a rat, I haven't seen any. But judging by the tooth marks and my knowledge of forensics, which I've gotten from TV, that looks like a chipmunk. Anyway, let me get a base layer of soil in here. And once again, I'm using Kanuma, a mixture of Kanuma and black lava. The reason I do that is, I should be wearing a mask. I'm going to slip a mask on. Okay, I'm all masked. Luca, don't breathe. And this is just a base layer. I'm going to be pushing that down into the soil and arranging the roots. And we've got some root work to do, but I just wanted to show you the pot and the soil. All right, let me put this off to the side. Now hopefully you can see why I chose such a deep pot. This was in something tall and cylindrical. I guess I could take the mask off now, can't I? For a long time before they put it in the nursery pot that it was in. So, I was thinking that this would make a nice front because it comes forward and then goes up. So, the things that are in the way might have the most roots associated with them, but I've got to take them off. This one, and I may have to wash it again. This one. I want to do this at a minimum. I will want to wash this. I'm just taking the roots that are growing straight up and maybe going more drastic on this side, depending on what I uncover. Yep, let me do a little washing. All right. I can see a little bit better now. Just going to cut the things that are sticking straight up, which will help me see even better. anything dead. I have to cut this mass right here. I didn't want to, and I have to cut this root going straight down. I want to leave quite a mess. I got a little bit of a root flare. A scar right at eye level with the soil, which could be good. And I'm going to leave these radial surface roots for the moment. This is a tree in training. I could go nuts with this, but I'm a little afraid of this area right here. But I am going to give it a dig. Nothing major. Now I can open that up a little bit in the wash. All right, that's all washed out. That's my front. I want this showing, and I'll be able to get some flare showing. I probably want to reduce that over the years, but for right now, that's it. I'm going to take a little piece off of it on this side. It's got quite a few roots associated. Well, not that many. This is low here. And this, well, this comes around. Hoping more roots generate there. I'm hoping more roots generate here. All right, let's get this in the pot. I think I can situate it in the pot without tying it in. There's a little weird root I want to get rid of here. And that's it. Okay. Here's my front. There's my height. I'll put on my mask once again. Oh, shoot. And I'm not real concerned because this is a round pot. I want this tree to live and take off just want to get my mask on. Awkward, I know. Awkward. It's going to need some stones around it. Sorry, working the soil into the roots. Working any roots down and lifting up on the tree as I work the soil into the roots. I'm going to be planting this a little bit higher, meaning piling the soil up a little bit higher. Tucking these roots down. If anyone can hear that bumblebee, Luca just took off. I'm still considering chopping this tree down further in the future. I don't want to take any of the foliage off. There isn't much of it, and like I said, last year it really disappointed compared to the other. I'll show you both at the end. And just put a little bit more on here. And I'll get some stones on this after I water it. I'm going to water it the same way as the last one. I'm going to dip it and hold it there until I feel comfortable that it's fully saturated. And that's my blueberry. Let me give it a spin. That's the front. Somewhere there. That's the right side. The back. The left side. And back to the front. About there. All right, let me get this watered up and on the bench. Well, actually, I want to bring the other one in and show it to you. And here's the other one, which I potted up on the second Tuesday of the month in my monthly club meeting. Didn't pick a front, has those same knees, and went straight down. So that's how they grow these things. This has been in here for 3 weeks now. It's looking pretty good. The other one was outside as well. A little different looking. And for both of these, I want to try and pull the foliage down over time. But right now, I'll let them grow. And let them fruit, if they're going to fruit. All right, thank you for keeping me company in my backyard.